episode of Racing with Rad Air. This is your host, Bill Snow, and I'm so excited today to have Fred on from Maria's Housemaid Salsa. We've been lucky enough to spend two race weekends with Fred, but we've had the salsa out at the track all the races of the season. It's been delicious. It's been great. And Fred, it's great to have you on. Just so the viewers know, you and I tried to do this at Nelson Ledges. We had some audio issues. So we're doing it remotely here, but thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been a blast getting to know you guys and everything. So exciting.
Yeah. Let's first talk about the salsa. If anyone has been at the track with us, they've stopped by, they've had a taste of it. When I woke up at Nelson or at Mid Ohio, I'm going to guess it was Sunday morning. I come out to the garage and there's just open bottles everywhere. The late night crew is diving into it, enjoying it. But yeah, tell us about Maria's Housemaid Salsa, what started it, how you got involved with it, and all the delicious flavors.
So originally the family used to own a restaurant called Maria's Comita. We did a Mexican Asian fusion menu. And in that process of doing the restaurant, some of our customers kept saying, you need to put this salsa in a jar that we used to give them as an appetizer. And at that time, we only had really just the mild and the black bean corn. And we were working on some other flavors just because we wanted to incorporate it in some of the dishes that we cooked. So we met with food scientists from Cornell University, food scientists from Michigan State University, and worked on a process that allowed us to get shelf-stable product without putting any preservatives in. So it was exciting, but we didn't have help, from anybody. It was a long process. It actually took us 2 years because we did everything on our own. But, from there, it was just one of those things that trying to continue to run a restaurant and be in the kitchen 90 hours a week and then trying to grow the salsa business. They kept butting heads. And to be honest, me and my dad had a conversation and he was like, I've been in the restaurant game for a long time. My dad's the actual one that's a certified chef. He said, well, what would your thoughts be on if we just got rid of the restaurant and solely pursued manufacturing the salsa? And I said, well, it sounds like we could control our hours better.
Yeah.
But no, it was a wonderful, great experience. Miss our customers every day. I'm glad that they still buy the salsa and support us. And it actually was named, my sister's name was Revving. So we named the restaurant after her. And then we named the salsa after the restaurant. So,
Okay.
And where we got Housemaid was, so in the restaurant business, you have the back of the house is your kitchen, front of the house is the dining area. So the house was the restaurant.
I got you. I was wondering about that. A lot of people would think it would be homemade, but now we know. Now we understand why it's house-made. So getting connected up with a race team. Actually, this was a little bit orchestrated. You had stopped down and saw Tim and Sally at Track First, one of our other sponsors, and they handed me your card and said that we should connect. So, what was your interest in getting involved in motorsports?
Well, I mean, really, honestly, I didn't know how any of this would pan out. Tim was just like, look, you need to meet Bill. You need to talk to Bill. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll bring some salsa down. And you told me about the event you were having. And I was looking for a way to One, advertise and get the name out there more and let more people try our products. And then at the same time, mix it with my love outside of work, which is racing. So I thought it would be a win-win.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're winning because we have a delicious salsa to enjoy on the race weekends. I think I hopefully you are winning because we're getting the Maria's name out there. We have some folks trying it, and you're getting to hang out at the racetrack and get smell some octane, burn some rubber.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's I have noticed since um a lot of online orders are coming in from Ohio.
that's great.
So
Yeah, sometimes we have restrictions of selling on the property during a race weekend because the people that pay to be concessionaires there, don't
right.
want outside vendors. But yeah, it's great to hear that we get some Ohio traffic headed your way. So for those that don't know, you're a Michigan-based company. Have you always been in Michigan?
Yeah, born and raised here in Detroit. Well, the Metro Detroit area. Um, but yeah, I've lived in the city. I've lived up north by Traverse City. Um, been here my whole life, to be honest. If I could move the family business somewhere, I think for me it would be North Carolina.
Can't beat that temperature and that weather climate there, no doubt about it. Plus, you
You
could be
know,
in the second racing capital of the world, Indianapolis being the first, right?
well, yeah, that's true.
Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about the different flavors, or the different. What would be the right word to use? Flavor?
Uh, yeah, flavors. I mean, we pride ourselves on being artisan, but like it's it's actually not that hard how we came about and developed everything. Because once you have your main mild based flavor, you just tweak recipes and add. And so that's when we came up with second was the roasted habanero. And then for sweet and spicy, we added mangoes to roasted habanero, created the roasted habanero mango, which is honestly a huge seller. Mainly, I think the reason we made that flavor popular was at the family restaurant. We used to put that on a blackened salmon.
Ooh, that'd be
Um,
good.
yeah, so we did a blackened salmon with a side of sweet slaw and ginger cilantro rice, and then put a tablespoon of the habanero mango on top of the same. So
I think everyone's hitting pause right now and they're going to their kitchen to get something to eat because we're making them hungry.
that's a good thing. Honestly, I love talking food, and I love sharing things that I've done recipe wise and stuff like that because I love making people hungry and I love giving them good flavor. So
Right. Any future um, variants or new flavors coming out?
so I've been talking with my dad. I've been getting requests for a Verdes style salsa that
Hmm.
a friend of mine keeps asking about if I'm ever going to come out with one. Um, I do have a recipe that I already developed. I still have to finish the paperwork and everything on a hot sauce, Maria's hot sauce.
Ooh.
So it will. I haven't created the label yet, but it is a pineapple smoked ghost pepper hot sauce.
That's going to be awesome.
So I've done a couple test batches, given a bunch of bottles out to a lot of the employees that my wife works with at GM, and so far nothing but rave reviews. So I can't wait to finalize all the paperwork and actually get that ready for market.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's talk a little bit about how do folks learn more about Maria's House-Made Salsa? If they want to order some, where do they go? What's the
So
best way to do that?
yeah, so I know we just finished revamping our website. So now everything is set up. Just go to mariashousemade.salsa.com. We now ship directly from us. You can order directly from us through Shopify. Um, and then also like wholesalers.
Well, I guess one last question for you. Um, let's fast forward to next year, and you're like, this automotive, this racing sponsorship stuff is working. I'm really enjoying it. What would be your big, I guess, goal for 2025 if you were involved with a race team? What would you hope would result from that?
Well, I mean, just the continual growth, increase of what I'm seeing, orders coming in online, stuff like that. Um, I through the growth of business, I'd like to be one of the guys that says, "Hey, you guys need help with the cars? Yeah, here's some money." You know, I mean, I would like to work to the point to be able to get that involved. And then maybe one day pay for a spot for me to get in a car. You know, and actually get on the track and actually do some real racing.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I mean, time trials will be fun. Don't get me wrong. And my personal cars, yeah, that's great. But I think it would be a wonderful experience to one day get on track with you guys and actually do a champ car event. Because I mean, just seeing it was awesome. Just seeing the different classes and the variety of different cars and everything. It was definitely, I've been to GT races and watched as spectator and stuff like that, but yeah, hanging out with you guys in the pit area and everything, it was just a different experience.
Well, Fred, it's been great having you racing with us this season, and it's been especially great to have you on racing with RadAir. I'm sure we're going to follow back up with you after the season concludes here in November, and we'll be talking about off season and get some updates on Maria's House-Made Salsa. But we really appreciate you being part of the team and being here today.
I thank you for today and thank you for just the opportunity to be involved. I mean, it truly, for me, you know, what advertising could cost most people. I mean, you're doing me a solid and a blessing. So that's just the way I look at it.